34-28. Marshall wins it. You got to give the Lions a lot of credit.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You know, we talked about the tailback all week, and there's a reason why he leads the conference in rushing, because he's a pretty good player. And you got to give him credit. You know, defensively, we didn't play well enough to win the game. Offensively, I think that we probably did play well enough. I mean, those kids got it done. They sputtered at times, but they got it done. You know, that's enough points for us to say, look, you know, that's a W. And we got to get them stopped. And tonight we just did.
I know you can't look at two plays in a football game and really come up with the final analysis on a game, but the personal foul roughing the kicker and then the fake punt, those were two very big plays.
Two big ones. The roughing the kicker, you know, that's a coaching call right there. We hindsight's 2020. We should have set up a return right there. You know, a little over aggressive. That's usually been our style here. So I'd like to have that one back. The fake punt by those guys on 4th and 20. That's a great call by Tim Clips, and I got to give him credit on it. I even went up to him after the game myself. It's a gutsy call, Clips, and I got to give him.
I thought they might fake it before the penalty, but then they got the penalty. I didn't think they'd do it, and that's probably what caught us off guard.
Exactly. You know, before then I was going to keep the defense out there, but then after that we decided to set the return, and they took advantage of it. Great call by them. You know, at the end of the night, defensively we didn't play good enough to win.
And when you talk about that defensively not playing good enough to win, it starts with Jonas Randolph. But they did so many things off of him. Once he was established in the game, it was very hard not to focus on him. So they had a lot of one-on-one matchups downfield.
Yeah, I mean, they threw the ball, and they had some success. I think, you know, going back, I could look at it and say, okay, 2 completions really hurt us all night long. And, you know, that's about par for the course with them. We're throwing the football. You know, they had a couple of yards tonight, but really, the quarterback in the passing game is not what beats you tonight. You know, it is Jonas. I mean, he carried it 40 times tonight, and that's what we kept preaching all week long. You know, this kid is the game. He's going to touch it 40 times, and you know, if you contain him, if you slow him down, you can beat him. If you don't, it's going to be a long night.
What were some of the things that you had in the game plan to try to stop?
Well, we were slanting our front at times and using the corner on an inside move and trying to force the issue and try to get it back inside a lot of times. When we slanted our front, he pinned it so far back off of it, and we missed tackles. You know, really, we had him in the backfield several times, so we just didn't get him down. You know, we can talk scheme all night long if we want to, but at the end of the day, we didn't tackle well enough to win the game.
Right. Second loss in the conference. This one stings, especially as we all turned into Catawba fans today, hoping they'd knock off Carson Newman, but that didn't happen.
Right. I mean, you know, kind of like us, they probably played hard but came up short. And it's going to be tough. You know, it's going to be tough to rally the troops, you know, and it's going to be hard right here because you really haven't got anything to sell for the conference right now. What you're selling, you're playing for pride, you're playing for a good record, and you're playing just to show people that you're going to get it done here.
There's a long way to go in this conference race still, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad we don't have to play them again.
Yeah, you know, it was a sting last year, coming off an embarrassing loss up there. And, you know, as a coaching staff, we even talked about the way it felt, the way they reacted when they beat us last year. And then when this one's over with, you know, we had to look across there and see their reaction to their win again, and that's going to be a sting that I'm going to have to live with for another year.
Absolutely. All right, well, the final score once again, 34-28, as Marshall wins it here on homecoming. Great crowd here, Coach. We had a really good turnout for this special day here on campus, and I guess we now know how Catawba felt last week.
That's right, and I mean, we even talked about not falling into that trap like they did, and we let it happen to us. And you know, the Newberry fans are great. They came out tonight and they showed, you know, really some unbelievable support tonight, and I hate that we didn't play the match that support. I'm sorry.
All right, Coach, thanks very much for doing this. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right, Coach Todd Knight on our post-game show from Central Field once again. Final score 34-28. Marshall wins it here, and that's going to wrap things up for us tonight. We will, of course, see you next week as we're on the road to take on the Wingate University Bulldogs. Be sure to tune in the rest of this week, and we'll get you set for that. Along with Brice Zimmerman, Coach Todd Knight, I'm Jimmie Coggins. Thanks to Paige Turner back at studio control. Again, the final 34-28, Marshall wins it. So long from Central Field.